Hi guys. Buff Hardtack here, coming out for my afternoon jog. Staying fit is not easy all the time. Today we have a little special treat. The gold Junkrat. He can't climb the platinum, he doesn't know why. He gets all the gold medals, yet he can't seem to get out of the gutter. We're here to help him. Watch carefully, because some of the things that I say in this video, whether you're a Junkrat main or not, will help you climb from gold as well. Okay, so this is Sarthobi's VOD sent for like a mid-gold, and he's going to get it reviewed. I believe he says he's a Junkrat main that flexes a little bit, so we're going to have maybe a few classes in this. He said this was a long game, so we're going to try and skip through a lot of the unnecessary parts as possible. I mean, honestly, I don't have a whole lot to say here. Your positioning's fine, your ult usage is good, your team is a little overextended here. Because respawns are going to be coming in now, and we need to be playing a little bit hesitant. Right now, I would be hitting X. Yep, there you go. You do it as soon as I say it. Your wrist is positioned way too far forward. That's something you need to be talking about in chat. So, you're not really responsible for what your team does, but you can encourage good gameplay. Your Orisa's shield's here, which means she can be hit from behind here, or she can be hit from up top here, okay? That's a really bad position for her to be in, especially considering, now you guys did well here, you got lucky, but in higher tiers, when you push through that far, they're going to loop around, and then it absolutely pile drive your Orisa. She has no mobility whatsoever, and she has no way to get out of that overextended position. The problem with tanks overextending is that means the rest of the team thinks it's okay to overextend, and it's really not. So I would be encouraging the entire team, fall back, fall back, fall back. Force them into this choke. You have an Orisa and a Junkrat and a Roadhog. That's a ton of damage being spammed through here. Use that. Don't go out in open spaces right outside their spawn. Okay? Okay. Okay. I would not worry too much about that, especially with you 50 health down. You need to be tiring this. You need to be tiring this right now. You need to go up and over. Good pick. It's okay. Okay, so here's what happened in that position. You got distracted by a soldier going over there on the right side, and your team lost its forward pressure. When you went over and chased the soldier, you're not a 1v1 hero. If you're Tracer, okay, go ahead, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Genji, that's fine. But your job is to keep this into a death trap and then to Riptire. What would have happened if you had Riptired a little earlier? Stay in the middle, right? Keep the pressure up and then Riptired in the middle. Your team would have won this fight, okay? Minor mistake, big payoff. It's not all your fault, of course, because you've played very well up to this point. But sometimes in gold, you're going to have to be playing obviously well above your tier, and that was a gold mistake there, and that hurt you. So don't go chasing after people like Soldier. And by the way, Soldier can pretty much counter you. A good Soldier will counter a Junkrat 99% of the time, because his range is 10 times better than Junkrat, and his sprint ability means he could just decide, you know what, I'm too close to Junkrat, I'm going to run away. This priority here should be to get a trap. Okay, that was big. That was big. We need to get a cover, and we need to be tiring this now. Too slow in the tire. Yep. Okay, so that's unlucky. So here's two things that happen here that were really, really bad. Okay? High ground. One, at this point, if you already have picks, I wouldn't mind going low ground. I wouldn't waste time trying to find high ground, because we should have been engaged in this fight a little bit sooner. Okay. Keep up the pressure. Bastion's priority target. Okay. So something we're doing with Junkrat I've noticed a little bit is we're not trusting our accuracy enough, okay? There's nothing wrong with standing right here, right now, okay? Because this is what I'm saying. I see a Junkrat that's really low, and I see a few that are really low right here. Instead, we continue to extend the end to this right side, and we go, you know what? I'm going to just shove my face into these people, and then you're going to die. The Zenyatta just absolutely crushed you. Okay, remember, yes, Junkrat is a spam character. Yes, he does well in close ranges, but he has 200 HP, and he has no defensive cooldowns. You're not a tank. You should not be sticking your face in. Like, you guys are playing really well, but what I've seen is an issue, and it hasn't kicked you guys yet, but it will, is I've seen almost no comms at all. You need to be saying, Target call, Junkrat, Junkrat. Mercy coming to get the Mercy, Mercy trying to res, Mercy, kill the Mercy. Somebody's trapped, this D.Va's trapped, off point, right side, okay. That is going to increase your team's reaction speed by split seconds, and split seconds are crucial here. Yep, hunt him. And split seconds in this point are crucial. So, doesn't mean you have to be super talkative, but you at least need to be talking about who you're going after, what are your targets, who are you going for, what's been used, pull back, push in, things like that. Okay, again, I mean, we wasted a lot of time with that. Okay, again, you're getting distracted by side quests here. If the side quest shows up, you know what I'm saying? If somebody comes off at the side and somebody shows up, then absolutely pursue it. But that should not be your job, is to chase them, especially when you have this much health. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what you're trying to do. The D.Va's backline, we got to take care of the D.Va. But what's happening again and again is you're getting distracted over here, and then they're pushing in right through the middle, the choke that you're supposed to hold. Remember, Junkrat's not a typical DPS role. He's very different in that aspect. So when the pressure alleviates, another horrible Orisa shield, when the pressure alleviates, then that's something that you're going to be responsible for. Okay? That's unlucky. Junkrat 1v1s. You guys are running points. Okay. So you need pushing in. So this is one of those situations like, your Winston just dove in, your Reinhardt just dove in, you need to be dropping right here. You don't need to be concussion mining over the top necessarily. That's fine if you want to. This is cool. At the very least, though, you need to be in. Now it's too late. Now you need to be getting out. Your Mercy's dead, your Reinhardt's dead, you need to be getting out. And you're going to get greedy here and you're going to die. And I understand your motivation for doing that, but it's better to just pull. The reason your tanks die, they were a little overextended, and you did not buy them space. When they dive, when they push through, you drop to a position where you can spam music. So right now you need to be dropping. Like what are you contributing right now? Like here's what's happening. You're here now, but you're too late. If that makes sense. Your tanks are pretty noob. They should be going around this left side of the truck here to give you a sight line across here. But they're just charging in, okay? Right? And they're not doing a very good job of it. But here's the thing. You're in gold, so you need to help out your gold tank players. And right now, when you see, this is probably, what, the third time this has happened? When this happens, right, when all this stuff is going on, you don't need to be in the back anymore, okay? What's happening here is, A, you're getting too passive, and then you're pushing it, you're going off, and then you're flicking the switch to on, and it's too much. You're going like face first and trying to take on tanks right in the face, right? You're going from pokey to right in their face. There needs to be an in-between. Right now, I would be dropping to right here and slowly pushing up, spamming into this. Because punish their tanks, punish their team for turning their backs on you and attempting to kill their tank. Because, yes, your tank's an idiot and suicidal, but whenever a Reinhardt or a Winston charges directly in, they're going to be facing this way, right? They're facing that way, which means there's nothing to prevent them from from destroying them, okay? And right now we're just too slow. And now our D.Va's doing that. And now see, okay, look, remember what we talked about here? Our buttons, okay? That was an absolutely perfect example of what's going on here. You're sitting way in the back. You push too slow, and then when you push, look where you go. I mean, Turret, Torbjorn, Reinhardt, Mercy, and whoever else is over here, right? Okay. All they have to do right now is just quick melee you, and you're lucky that they didn't. I assume that you're gonna die. This is okay. So a lot of things went wrong here. You've been playing all right up until this point, but this is why you're stuck in gold, okay? Or I assume you're stuck in gold. Too slow to engage. All right. Too slow to engage. You've engaged way too far to the point to where there's no possible way your healers can heal you, and there's no possible way that you're gonna survive this. Yet somehow you do, because people in gold are bad, right? I was this bad too, right? I'm probably still this bad, right? Okay, you have 18 health, and you decide that relatively out in the open, you're gonna rip tire this. And by the way, check the kill feed. You're already, I think, 3 down. Riptire's not going to turn this around. It's not going to happen. You need to be using your ults when you have a slight advantage. Okay, pardon my beautiful penmanship. Equal footing and slight disadvantage. Okay. When the fight's kind of won, or it's 6v5, if you ult, you win the game, or you win the fight. Okay. When it's a 6v6, you ult, you win the fight. Okay. When it's a slight disadvantage, and you only have 5 players left, and they have 6, you ult, you win the fight. Not every time, but what's happened right now is I'm pretty sure this is a 6v3, okay, or a 6v4, and you're blowing tire in an extremely suicidal position. It's not going to work. And then something even worse happens here. This is just a gut reaction. You've got like tunnel vision here, right? You're like, I'm going to kill this Reinhardt. Did you hear that? What's that noise? What's going to happen to this Reinhardt? What's going to happen to this Reinhardt? I want us to just watch. Look at this. Whenever Mercy Valks, that's your priority target. Again, you try not overextend into it if she's flying high, but it's almost useless to rip tire a target when their Mercy's Valked, especially, right? Especially when you've already lost 2. So if you guys win this point, I'm gonna be shocked. Like that's just so incredibly lucky. That I honestly, like, I mean, great play, well done, but this just is not going to really happen. You had 18 health. This is not going to happen outside of gold. You're setting yourself up for failure here. And I'm not even sure that you're going to win this fight. Okay, Reinhardt kills Rana. That's pretty much it. Okay. So here's what's happening is you're probably thinking, what the heck, my team sucks, everybody sucks. But here's what you've done. You've let your tanks die. You've wasted an ultimate, and you've overextended and fed them ult charge by killing. And you've done, and this is how many ticks you have, right? You got nothing, right? This is why medals and being on fire means nothing, okay? And right there was some gold mistakes. A wasted ult, and you fed them ult charge. Okay? You can look at that and go, hey, I got 3 picks. But it doesn't matter if you got 3 picks. Okay, we need to get out. We're done here. We're done. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on here. We're absolutely done. We need to be getting out. Okay. They have a Torb. You're not going to be sneaking anywhere. That turret is going to find you. All right. You need to be getting out. And you just basically told them where you are. I mean, you're done here. Like, it's too late now. Like, you can't sneak with Torb. You're going to die now. Okay, so this is why this is bad. 1, because you didn't disengage fast enough, right? And you basically put yourself in a position where you weren't going to get any ticks, or picks rather. Okay, you wasted. Let's see here. 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Okay. You should have been dead by now, or back at your spawn. 40 seconds of time, and now your team can't push. Now your Ryan went big, your team went big, but can you imagine what would have been if you had been with him? Because if you had fallen back, you would have been with him. The Jowl, yep. No. This is such a big mistake. Oh my goodness. Okay. Remember, we use ults in slight disadvantages, slight advantages. The kill feed is nothing but blue. Like, you guys have wiped the floor. This is a Tracer and a Mercy. And oh my gosh, like, and the Tracer's now dead. Like, I know you might be thinking, oh, but I'm gonna stagger the Mercy. Problem is, because you guys don't have a Lucio, by the time you guys get to the point, the Mercy's gonna be coming out of spawn. And this is assuming that you even get her. This doesn't matter. Like, the Mercy's just gonna res them right back. Like, picks, there it is. Like, that was, you go, oh, I wasted her res. Doesn't matter. Her res is not as a cooldown. It's not an ultimate. 30 seconds by the time you guys get there, she's essentially going to have res again, if not Valkyrie. Okay, so that was a waste of a tire. Can you imagine if you had tire now? You jump up there, and then you use your tire, and then you get a pick on the Mercy, or you get a pick on somebody else, and then you win the game, right? Now, you guys might win this push, but again, it's about playing better consistently, because this is not always going to work. They've got a Bastion now. Can you imagine if you had Riptide right now? That Bastion's dead. You're going to kill that Bastion. Your team pushes in. Spam, 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 spam. Another little quick trick with Junkrat, especially with the Reinhardt. Try and throw Concussion Mine over shield and detonate it right here. As a Reinhardt main, that drives me nuts. Not only does it obviously do damage behind my shield, almost impossible to block. And even worse, it pushes the Reinhardt forward. It bounces them forward, and your team can follow through. So, I'll see you then. Okay, so let's just pause it. Oh, let's skip forward a little bit. That soldier carried hard. Okay. 1, ult usage was good at first, and then it went down the toilet. You were forcing ults when you didn't need them. The biggest one was your second push on point B, when you ulted to kill the Mercy by herself, when you needed it to kill either the Bastion or the Mercy afterwards. Okay? Second one is positioning. Remember the on-off button we were talking about? Okay, you go, oh, I'm going to play super passive. My tanks are pushing. I'm going to wait a little bit and not push behind my tanks, right? And then your tanks die, and then you're like, ah, I'm going in. We're going to kill everybody. And then you just jump in everybody's face, and then you get wrecked 90% of the time, okay? Third one is communication, all right? You're a Junkrat. Your communication isn't really that important, being perfectly honest. You're not as important as a Zenyatta or a tank. Calling out discords, calling out positioning, things like that, okay? However, you need to be going, this is our target. If you want to take the reins and go, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill this, get this, come back, using tire. Little basic things like that. You don't have to be chatty. You just need to be a little bit more consistent with your communication. I only heard a few times going, I'm about to use tire, and that was pretty much all I heard from your entire match. That's all I heard from your team. You can carry games with your comms. I've had numerous games playing Zenyatta and Reinhardt where I just really did not play very well. But was able to win the game because I basically was assisting my team with the game sense and saying, hey, guys, let's save this ult. Okay, look, can we use ults now? Or, oh, watch out, high ground. Or, oh, Junkrat's behind us. And things like that. That's so important. And even at a lower level, as long as people are in the voice channel listening, then you've got nothing to lose. So, honestly, solid Junkrat for the most part. Just work really on these 3 things and you'll climb. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you to Sarthobi. I was pretty rough, man. I mean, I'm not pulling any punches, and I want to let you know that you're probably a better Junkrat than I am. So anything I said is not obviously meant to be insulting. It's just meant to help you climb. And I guarantee you, if you follow these 3, you will absolutely climb to plat. So best of luck, my friend, and thanks for sitting in the VOD.